You taking it off already?
Yo, Austin, can you hear me? I got my man Tino making us a theme song, a dedicated song. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. You know Tino, right? You know what I mean? Try to put the DMV on the map. That matter of fact flow. On my Twitter. Oh, there we go. All right, so it is showing. Last thing. Hey, welcome back to Matter of Fact. Okay, we got for y'all the Thursday night preview with some of our picks, reflecting on our picks from last week. If we go on a heater and go 6-0, we're gonna let you know, but we gotta face some of our L's. Did pretty decent for week one. It's a lot of mix up with week one, but yeah, man. I think we're also going to learn a lot from tomorrow's Thursday night game about both these teams. They both look very dominant in their wins. Division opponents beating. I think the Packers look dominant. All right, maybe not the Commanders, really.
Yeah, I was about to say that's what I'm like, yeah. They kind of obviously they did enough to win the game. You know what I mean? But I was like, oh yeah, these cats are like they could be had.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough with them division games. That's what I'm saying. We're going to learn a lot because we didn't have that much trouble running on them last year. They make some additions on the D-line. I mean, what do you want to get into first? You want to get into the bets or do you want to get into the preview?
Let's get into the bets and then we can do the preview.
All right, that's a bet. So last week I had I don't know if you want to bring up like the look of last week.
I thought I had.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that was last week. What did I have? I had scroll down. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Pittsburgh, New York. That was definitely one. Now, I took Pittsburgh to cover. We do these videos so early. I did end up buying a half point. And, it wasn't enough. Still wasn't enough. This is a game of inches. The Jets low-key should have won this game.
Yeah,
anyway.
That was a crazy
but, I mean, look, man, what do you want from me? What are we expecting a 34-32 game? The over-under was 38.5. The over-under was 38.5. So the game script, throw that all out the window. None of that happened. But at the end of the day, I went 1-2 for my 3 picks, but all the teams I said were going to win won. Steelers still won. You feel me?
We in the business of hitting on picks.
I know. And we hitting this week, trust. I love my picks this week. Even though I think this is like Vegas is pretty sharp.
This is why when you were talking about this bet, I was just like, remember when you were talking about the Tennessee and Denver?
Hold on, we'll get to that one. We'll get to that one.
That's literally why I was like, all right.
I'll get to that in a second, though. I also had the Niners to cover against Seattle. They did their thing. They did what they had to do.
You got saved on this one because Sam Darnold.
Okay, so I got saved on this one.
No, I'm just
with the Broncos. But the Broncos. He's not kicking a field goal.
Okay. So how do you want me to go about this is how football goes.
Yeah, but you going glass half full, glass half empty, depending on if I got it right or wrong. I get the one right, and it's like, yo, you got saved. I got dicked over on the Broncos game.
But I'm not. It's not a bad thing, my guy. I'm just saying, that's just this is how betting goes.
I'm sensitive about losing my money, man.
Okay,
I'm sensitive about losing my money.
Because it's not about you being right, or I'm not nitpicking your shit. I'm just saying, in the games, I don't know if you remember how that actual game went. This one was down to the wire too. And, Seattle literally was at the 15-yard line and his lineman bumped into him and he fumbles the ball. Ball game. You know what I'm saying? That's just the analysis of that game.
Yeah, but Kittle also went out in the first quarter, unfortunately. He was eaten. I mean, I have him in our league, and he still hit me with 12.5 points. I wish Xavier Worthy was able to hit me with 12 points, then get out the game, because then I would have won that week. Ended up losing on the back end. Nigga had Caleb Williams. Snuck it out Monday night. I was winning. I was talking hella shit too, because the way I talk shit even when I'm down. I even do this in Madden. I be telling niggas, hey, yeah, you talking shit now. I talk shit when I'm down. I talk shit when I'm down. When I'm up, I talk shit a little bit prematurely. Caleb Williams balled out in that L. But either way, San Fran took care of business. at the end of the day. So they covered that. And then the Broncos-Titans game, said this last episode, man. The Titans shouldn't even have 12 points in the first place. That's what pisses me off. Besides the end of the game, at half, I forgot what happened exactly, but they randomly got the field position. Either might have been a kick return, I'm not sure. But they got the field position to kick a last-minute field goal at half to even go up to 12. So on top of that, and here's the problem too, right? It's not like I'm expecting them to cover 14 points here, right? They're up 8. I'm trying to have them cover 8.5. When they went for it in the red zone instead of kicking the field goal, the Titans had a chance to tie the game up. It's a one-possession game. So I don't know what Sean Payton was thinking there. I don't know if he's getting a little senile or what, but that just wasn't a smart move. I felt like that was a game of playing with his food, and Bo Nix looked terrible. But I'm expecting a bounce-back game from them, and you'll see that from my picks. But, yeah, I went 1-2. The Niners covered, but the Broncos missed it by the point and by half a point. A point. And then the Steelers missed it by 2 points. 1 more point would have been a push.
Yeah, see, I just had a feeling. I just had a Vegas feeling that this game was going to be on bullshit, and like this game particularly, I was like, man, I'm not even going to deal with that. But let me see what I had here. Mine was pretty simple. I said I wasn't going to rap too much. I was going to stick to the script. I had Tampa pulling it out. They were able to get that cover for me. A game they actually probably shouldn't even have won.
Yeah, you got lucky there, man.
Hey, I'll take the luck is part of this on both sides. Like, I'm never going to say that this is a game of skill on my end. Like, that's why all my stuff is about analysis and just trying to get to what I think might go.
So what do you think about the term sharps and squares and all that? Like, what do you think about people naming themselves sharps? Do you think you need the track record to call yourself a sharp?
I don't call myself no damn sharp.
I'm not saying you call yourself a sharp. I'm just talking about the betting community.
Oh, I mean, hey, if you're sharp, you're sharp. Like, if you sharp and your bankroll, you have a bankroll that can show that you sharp. I feel like that's what you are. Like, it's going to show in your bankroll. I mean, what I do is I like to stay away from like public sides a lot of the times, which is why, again, even with our source, I was like, hey, that's a big public bet. At the time, it was like 80 or whatever. But yeah, so I got the Tampa jump, which is cool. This one, bro, we should have won this. We should have been an outright winner right here. This should have been an outright winner.
I mean, you got it though. You took the Browns to cover. Yeah. You were comfy all game.
I got it at +5.5. It got to +4.5. I want to say at one point. Yeah, all the way down to -4. So it's like we got early edge on that one. We got an early little. We bought some points on that one. If you did it on Wednesday, if you did it on Wednesday, this one, Carolina, man. Can't lie, they disappointed me. I watched this game. I was just like, damn, don't look good. I thought they would be able to capitalize on how they ended the year last year. Thought they'd be able to come through and try to stack on what they were doing last year, what they were building last year. Number one wide receiver. I mean, he kind of looks good, but Bryce Young missed a few throws. I think his O-line's a little bit banged up, but still, it's not really an excuse. Like, I really thought him and his head coach, who's the offensive coordinator, would be gelling at this point. But, Jacksonville was able to pull it off. Again, another rain delay situation. So, I mean, I definitely think it's unfortunate for the players, but that's just, I mean, it's the name of the game. So Jacksonville kind of pulls away after that. And that's that. But yeah, 2-1 week. I'll take it. I prefer 3-0. But to start out the first week of the NFL, especially with all the wild stuff going on, you know what I mean? It's basically, to me at least, week 1 looked like preseason 4 game. Like, it just looked like a whole bunch of craziness going on. So
a lot of craziness.
Yeah, like, obviously, like, the defenses are ahead of the offenses right now. You can see that with all the unders hidden. You can see that with all the lack of yards by quarterbacks, lack of running games. So, you
even saw that on your fantasy team. I mean, like, shit, between George Pickens, Brian Thomas, Jamar Chase. Like,
I mean,
you know,
I had 88 points in the PPR league, and I ended up winning because the dude had 83. Like, that's the kind of week it was. Like,
hey, I'm
I
I'm
ain't,
I'm a call out Dalton here. He lost to T-Bars. But look at his team and tell me that he's supposed to be putting up 50 points with this team. Like, if you were to, and honestly, if you had this stack, I mean, I don't see how you won. He had the Burrow Chase stack with AJ Brown. He had Kenneth Walker. He had Kyron Williams. He had
oh,
Mark
he fucked up.
Andrews, Tyrone
Tracy.
Tracy.
Tyrone Tracy.
And then, he had some ballers on the bench. Keon Coleman and Javonte Williams. I mean, a couple other smart moves, he might have edged this one
I
out.
definitely would have went. I definitely would have went one of them just based off the fact that off the strength that their offense is better than the Giants' offense. But it's all good. Dalton, it's only we're watching football, right?
Yo, why are you trying to do him like that? Nah, it's his. I think this is like his second fantasy football season, but
so he's not. Okay, so he's not going to know like Giants' offense, not really like that.
He's probably, a lot of people go off the projections too. That's the problem. Don't be projection hunting. Don't do that. Don't care. Like, I know it looks nice. Oh, if I put him in, then I'm winning by this amount of points. If I just put him in, I'm projected to do that. The projections don't matter. You got to look at the fundamentals. Play the matchup game unless it's your first couple rounds, or maybe you got a steal in the 6th round and he's just a heavy hitter for you. You know what I mean? Stick to the script. Don't listen to projections. But yeah, we could get into our picks for the week. Should I kick it off? I mean, we could just go in that order.
Yeah, that's cool. You want to put the jump back up?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I actually have. Where is it, man? Where is it? Where is it?
Let's see what you got.
All right, so this is my like right here. Actually, I'm gonna just put this up real quick, bro. Switch the screen. Share this joint. All right. I'm taking the Jags to cover this one away. This is my like. Reason for this is I think the Panthers, and this is why I'm kind of it was between this game and the Panthers to cover that 6.5, but the Panthers got to show me now. I think a lot of that has to do with the Jags might be competent this year, and I just don't like Cincy early in the season covering this with the hook. I think the Jags could easily win this game. And if the Bengals win by 3, you cover. That's what we care about, covering. I also like the over in this game just due to the combination of, look, Jamar Chase, Brian Thomas, they're not going to continuously have those weak games. I think they both get loose in this game, and it's going to be a high-scoring game. But I think either the Jags could either pull this one out. There could be a backdoor cover. But, yeah, I mean, that Bengals O-line didn't show me a lot. But I don't know. The Jags have a better defense as well. I just like the hook here. I'm just kind of hunting that hook. And, yeah, also, if Brian Thomas is able to get active early, I like the way they were using Travis Hunter. Now, they did come out and say they're going to use him more on defense. So I'm curious to see how they do with that. Obviously, you have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase there. Good luck. You know what I mean? This ain't.
It's a good like respectfully for them. Like, it's a good thing to say. It's like I'm gonna always say, yeah, we gonna use them on offense and defense. So you know what I'm saying? So like the opponent has to prepare for that shit. But like, bro, that motherfucker's playing offense. Like,
I mean, he's obviously playing offense, but he just didn't pay crazy amount of defensive snaps, and they're probably going to need it because their secondary isn't really like that. I mean, besides Tyson Campbell, who are you really faring in the secondary? They do have a pretty good.
not even
Oh,
like not even,
Jordan Lewis.
yeah.
Jordan Lewis.
And he
Yeah.
actually made a dope ass play last game, like a sick ass play off a pick play too.
So yeah, you have him out the slot, but they might need that extra help with this high-powered offense. Bryce Young, like when it comes to the Panthers, it makes sense. Like, who you really that pressed on?
I mean, the thing is like he don't match up well with those guys. So it's like Travis Hunter is like Jamar, like he's not fucking with Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is 220 pounds, 220 pounds. Like if he catches it off a dig, it's curtains for him. And T. Higgins is the same thing. Like he's a 6'4", like big body wide receiver. So I mean, again, they could be saving him for it, but I just think it's cap. Like
So you think, all right, so if you were running the Jags, you would be like, bro, stop with this, stop fucking around. You're on offense all snap.
I would be doing what they're doing. Like I would be doing what they're doing. I'm like, yeah, he might fuck around and be on defense, But in reality, every game, the snap count going to show what it is. Like after every game, just go look at the snap share.
Yeah. But what do you think?
I would be moving just like how they're moving, but I know that like it's cat like that motherfucker's playing offense. He need to put points on the board.
Yeah, I mean, so how do you think they should use him like when he is on defense?
I don't know.
That's why I'm really curious. Like, what do you think about that? Like,
I don't know. He's a wide. In my eyes, he's a wide receiver. Like in my eyes, he's a wide. I drafted him in my big money league because he's a wide receiver to me, and I knew people weren't going to
that's a little bit of bias. You just don't want him on defense for your big money league. Like, let's get some real.
Like, see, that's the thing. That's the thing I hate the most. Like, I swear to God, I have no bias in this shit, bro. Like, I
like pushing that button, bro.
I have no bias in this shit, bro. Like, I swear to God, I'll tell you shit straight up. Like, if the Cowboys are going to lose, I will say, yeah, they're going to lose. I don't ever try to size my team.
Side note,
over my team, it's me. Like I nitpick all the players, all O-line play. I'm like, all right, what's good? So it's like I don't need to be biased. There's enough players on my football team that if he doesn't ball and I miss out on the pick, all right, I got to Mecca Ibuka. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just I do everything the same way.
Subtle flex. Shout out to all the Ibuka owners. If you don't have Ibuka, I feel bad for you, to be honest. Like, I honestly wish I got him in more leagues. But, yeah, anyway, +3.5, Jags, Cincy, early in the season. If this was like mid-season, I'd probably stay away from this one. But the Jags are in a prime position to try to take hold of this division because this division's it's not looking like a steamroll for the Texans once for the first time in a couple years. And now the Texans are 0-1, Colts Jags 1-0. Keep that pressure on them. Try to, try to win that division. So I got the Jags 3.5. We're going to double dip back into this Broncos bag, man. We're going to double dip back into this. Okay, it went up a little bit. It went up 1.5. I liked it more at 1.5, but I'll take it at 2.5 too. Now, if it was 3, I'm probably going to put this in here soon. Oh, so it opened at 2.5 and went down to 1.5. So the thing with week 1,
it opened at plus.
What do you mean?
It opened at 3.5.
It's saying right here it opened at 2.5.
First line made available for this market. So whatever. 3.5.
Yeah, well, then again, they're going by their ESPN sports book. So like you also.
You got a different screen up. I thought you okay. You got a different screen up. All right.
Yeah. We can put your joint up. What was it talking about?
See right here, it says that.
Okay, 3.5.
And this has that's why I do this because it has all the books numbers.
1.5, 1.5. Keep going. 1.5. Okay. I wouldn't like it with the hook, to be honest. So I'm glad a lot of money's coming in on the Colts. So with week 1, there's going to be a lot of overreaction, right? The Colts look like world beaters right now, but I was never that. I I was always fading the Dolphins. I'm fading the Dolphins as long as Mike McDaniels is there. They look like the worst team in football, and I think the Colts benefited heavily from being in that situation. Kind of the juxtaposition of that is Cam Ward playing. I mean, is there a harder game for a rookie quarterback than Mile High Sean Payton, that Broncos defense, adding
But
some of these pieces?
as crazy as it sounds, like if his wide receivers kind of were better, they could have won. I mean, like the Denver, like Bo Nix was trying to give this game to Tennessee like throughout the entire game. So you know what I mean? I just think that Cam Ward, some of the drops, again, it's a bad football team already. And then now you're playing sloppy, and Denver just pulled that win out. You know what I mean? But yeah, they both weren't sharp that day. I feel
like you said, preseason game 4.
Yeah.
Preseason game 4. But like I said though, and I honestly like how that bodes well for Cam Ward and the Titans. And this is why I'm just going to throw another, because the waivers are over, right? But some guys probably laying around in waivers for you. Alec Iomanor, Chenka Kwanko, they both played like such a big snap share, over 80% of the snaps. I think Iomanor could really emerge in this offense. I think, Titans, they're going to have some good matchups where I think some of these guys could be either a streaming tight end in terms of Chenka Kwanko or a flex play in terms of Iomanor, assuming they continue to get that connection going. But either way, I like the Broncos here. Just their defense, they were still balling out on the Titans. It's really Bo Nix that kept that game close. And I think the Dolphins are the worst team in football. And we'll definitely get to that. But yeah, just give me the Broncos here, man. Give me the Broncos here, because here's the thing with Daniel Jones. And let me show once again what I was looking like in our league. Look, man, I made the sharp decision. I said, look, this Dolphins team is – oh, shit, hold on. Keep doing your thing. This Dolphins team is ass. I like Daniel Jones odds. I got Jonathan Taylor. Any dump offs? Okay, boom, boom. Got Daniel Jones. I just dropped him because he has the Broncos. I have J.J. McCarthy now. You know what I mean? You got to know when to buy into a team and you know when to get out.
What you say was ass? The way you
say, man, he made me eat my words. You didn't know if he was ass or not. You were just hopeful.
You're right. I didn't know, but I said what they're asking him to do is what he's done his entire life. That's what he did at Michigan. Just
if I called you on the phone, right after that pick 6, what would you have been saying?
I would have been like, I'm not going to say nothing on him because his running game sucks. We can go back, and even if you watch that game, when he became a serviceable quarterback, is immediately right when Jordan Mason started toting that motherfucking rock.
So can you say the running game really sucks then?
No, I'm saying that Aaron Jones wasn't doing well. They started feeding Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason's ripping off 3, 4.
Jordan Mason was getting the ball pretty much from the jump. To be honest.
Well, once the running game, basically what I'm trying to say is when I was reviewing the film and my analysis while I'm watching is the running game was trash. He was ass. When the running game started popping off, he got comfortable. He was in a rhythm, and he started playing football.
I think that's more praise to give Kevin O'Connell for not getting conservative. JJ McCarthy, his mental resilience, not to let that shit bother him. This is pretty much his rookie year to me, anyway. And he's only 22. So yeah, I mean, look, I
think that pick 6 was the best thing that happened for him. At that time, because it's all right, well, shit, it can't get worse than that. I already just they just house called me. Fuck it, let's go ahead and get this shit back.
It was definitely that was, you can't ask, if you're a Vikings fan, you're cloud nine right now. You can't ask for a better just game. Get that shit out the way, see his mental toughness, and that coaching from KOC got Sam Darnold some money. So I mean, but either way though, I think the Dolphins are trash. And I think the Colts looked really good against them. I think the books and the money that's coming in is overreacting to how good the Colts may be. That Denver defense still balled against the Titans. They're going to ball again. And I expect Bo Nix to bounce back in this game and give me the Broncos to cover here. I'm not even really sweating it. I think, you know what I mean? If you get some pressure on Daniel Jones, you're going to see some vintage Daniel Jones that has him team hopping. That's my love. That's my second pick. And then my lock of the week, it was going to it, man. I've been kind of been feeding it to you. If you couldn't guess, give me the Patriots here, man. Give me the Patriots in Miami. It's down a little bit more. This is my lock. Give me the Patriots plus 2.5, man. I don't care if the Dolphins are home.
I don't know if it's that anymore. Is it still that? We getting some plus ones, plus 1.5, plus 1.5.
So it's at plus 1.5. Yeah. The last time I saw it was plus 1.5. So give me the Patriots plus 1.5, man. Half of their O-line is missing right now. I think Austin Jackson's not going to make this game. Storm Duck is fighting an injury. Their secondary is washed. I mean, Minka Fitzpatrick, I mean, he's a body out there in the secondary, but I mean, he does play safety. And I just think that the Raiders should have got more love. So here's the thing. I had the Raiders in a parlay, a 6th leg. The only leg that didn't hit was my Giants. So I always say, bro, stop. I never bet on my team, but it's week 1. I'm excited. I'm feeling real good. And honestly, this is why
emotions.
This is why I'm rocking the Ice Spice shirt right now. Whole lot of ass, like my team right now. It's a whole lot of ass right now. Giants, Ice Spice, New York. She from the Bronx, ain't she? So, yeah, anyway. The Patriots, I think their defense has been getting overrated a little bit, but I think they're going to wreak some havoc on this Dolphins team. I mean, we're already hearing trade rumors with Tyreek Hill. Right after this game, his estranged wife tried to push some domestic violence shit out there, and I was like, damn, that's nasty work. Nigga just took an L, embarrassing L. He going viral for damn near crying on the sidelines, and now you want to come out with these allegations. I don't think these players respect Mike McDaniel, and I think this is one of them situations where when it rains, it pours, and I don't think it's going to get any better for him. I think the people, and I've seen a decent amount of people bet Miami, and it's all based on trends, and I'm not a big trend better. It's based off the fact that Miami tends to beat Patriots in these recent years. I think this is a bounce back spot for the Patriots.
Beating their ass. He's beating them.
But you know who was beating somebody's ass? The Lions were always beating the Packers' ass, if you want to look that up. And what did the Packers
They lost. No, the Packers beat the Lions Thanksgiving 2 years back.
All right, but look into it. Look into it. Because the Lions, since Dan Campbell's been there, has been owning the Packers. Right? So that I stayed away from that game, but I'm in like a little pick'em joint, and I picked the Packers to win. I was like, if I had to bet it, I'm betting the Packers because I think they are going to win that division in the first place. But yeah, either way, bro, give me the Patriots here. The Dolphins, I think, is like I don't think the week 1 was a fluke, and that's why my last 2 picks, my love and my lock, are kind of intertwined in a way. Because I think the Colts are being overrated for what they did to the Dolphins. And I think the Patriots ran into a pretty good Raiders team. I think they're pretty decent. I think they got outcoached by Pete Carroll. And this is a situation where Mike McDaniels, he's going to get outcoached by Mike Vrabel here.
I mean, they did put up a lot of yards, though. Who? So if they can work on it, they can figure out how to get this guy. Like when I saw the game, I saw that Oakland was doing their thing on offense, but I mean, New England was kind of moving that ball. They was moving the ball down the field, up and down the field. They just couldn't execute.
They need to give Travion Henderson the ball some more too. There's that, and then one of my favorite waiver wire pickups this week was Butte, like you said, former LSU receiver. Before the draft, he got hurt, but I mean, he was highly touted. He's an LSU receiver that before all of that, he was
that wasn't why he dropped.
Okay. Give us the lore.
Yeah,
injuries were a part of it, but going down to what? He got drafted in like the 6th?
Dog, he I think it was like a bowl game or something. He got caught.
Wasn't he betting?
Nah, he was with some short. He was a shorty. He was a shorty that worked for like the LSU, so allegedly, and there was a bunch of people in there, and it was they was allegedly having their own little freak off, and
a Louisiana freak off.
Yeah.
What? I mean, was it
like consensual? It was like before it was a consensual, but it was like with employees like he was an employee of like the athletic staff or some shit like that. Yeah, it was some crazy.
Bill Belichick gets to have his 50+ fucking age gap girl opening doors and making personnel decisions and whatnot. Well,
hey, that's on Billy. That's on Billy.
Wait, so are you telling me Butte probably fucked some important person from LSU's like girl?
Nah, I think it was just him and like a bunch of other people from the staff. They was just having a little freak off.
And you think that's why he fell a couple rounds in the draft?
I mean, that being that it was like during the time when it was the reason he had to be suspended. Like he had to be suspended. He couldn't play in the bowl game. Like that's character issues. Like you're not supposed to be fucking. This is a business trip, my guy. Like this not what we're not here to do this. And you sloppy getting caught and shit. Like there's just so much to where it's like kind of like, yeah, bro, I can't draft you if this is how you moving. Like I don't like your character. Like you do it, all right, you can do it, bro. But you got to do it, and you got like Johnny Manziel was a frat star, but like at the same time, like he was still, he was doing it. There's a certain way to do that shit, and he was doing it in a wild ass way. So,
all right, so that plus the injuries, but hey, I wouldn't be surprised if he's sort of like a wide receiver one, got plenty of targets. So if he's still chilling on your waiver wire and you need a wide receiver flyer, I'd recommend Butte. I just mentioned Alec Iomanor, like him too. Those are two nice little pickups that you could stash on your bench to see if they continue to produce the way they've been producing. But like I said, Mike Vrabel here. Give me Drake May in the bounce back spot. And the Patriots are 0-1 in a division where it's like we just saw what the Bills did with the Ravens, right? If you're going to make the playoffs in that division, it's probably going to have to be wild card, and you got to start beating some teams in your division. You got to beat the Dolphins here. You can't go 0-2 because you lost to this Dolphin team. I mean, Mike McDaniels had the best odds as the first coach to be fired this year. And like I said, I think when it rains, it pours. Shit, even if the Dolphins win and they win by a point, you get the bet in right now. Patriots with +1.5. You still win that joint. But I got the Patriots winning outright. That's my lock. I believe in you, Drake May. Give Travion Henderson the ball some more, and we looking good. And also, like I said, that Dolphins O-line is beat up. The secondary is trash. It's a little beat up as well. And those are my 3 picks. So I had the Jaguars +3.5 on the road to Cincy. Broncos -1.5 on the road to Indianapolis. And then I got the Patriots -1.5 in Miami. Another thing is that Miami weather, it's usually a pretty good home field advantage for them. But I don't think these players are playing for this guy. I don't think they respect this coach. And I think he's better suited as an offensive coordinator. I'm sure once he gets fired, he'll get some offensive coordinator jobs.
Yeah, probably go back to San Francisco. But all right.
Oh, that'd be nice. Robert Saleh and Mike McDaniels. It's like, hey, get back, man. Y'all weren't ready.
Let's take it from the top. All right, guys. 3-0. This one, I got the line at 12, but it's dropped. It keeps on dropping between 11.5 and 11.5. It did fall all the way
taking
down.
a stab at this one.
Yeah, it's not a stab. It's not really a stab.
But all right, go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, with the situation here is Ravens play close games when they play teams in their division, when they play teams that they're kind of supposed to sleep on. This week 2 game last year, they played the Raiders. They played the Raiders and they lost. Like they literally lost outright to the Raiders. And it was a similar. That
was last year?
Yeah.
I thought that was 2 years ago. I remember that game.
That was last year.
Antonio Pierce was feeling himself after that.
I mean, I guess you're allowed to, but basically what I'm doing here is one, kind of, they definitely are off an emotional loss, but I just think that this is going to be one of those games where they play, fairly tough. And I just think that where Ravens are, where Baltimore is at, I could see this being one of those letdown spots for them. Like literally, that's all it is. It's the same reason why I bet the Browns last week with Cleveland. I mean, in Cincy, is because it was like at the beginning of the year, Cincinnati is a sloppy ass football team. Like Joe Burrow, I know y'all wanted to win MVP, and he might even get it. But at the beginning of the motherfucking goddamn year, his ass is trash due to Zach Taylor and the lack of preparation for his football team.
I thought you bought back into Zach Taylor. I thought that was your man's now.
I don't think I ever bought into him, but I can give credit. I can give credit for Joe and Jamar and T for saving his job over the past half decade. So yeah, that's where I'm going there. Again, this is a tricky bet though, because obviously the Ravens they're supposed to smash this team out. They're, like, in theory, I guess, but I mean Cleveland's defense is no joke, and Joe Flacco's going to keep this thing humming.
I like what I saw, man. I like what I saw from that defense, man.
So I'm not saying that Cleveland's going to win this game or anything, but it's 12 points. And again, every time this game gets to 10.5, it immediately shoots back up to 11.5. And that should tell you something. That should tell you where the line is. I'm not about this, like the winning and the losing aspect of this stuff. When I'm giving you the bet, I'm betting the number. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about the team won, but no. I'm trying to get us the best number we possibly can. That's why we're doing this on Wednesday. So it's like, if you can get it at 12, even if it gets back up to 12.5, hit it. Like, don't hit it if it's at 10.5 though. It's too late. At that point, it shifts to a Baltimore bet. And that's one way that I'll explain it to you. Like sometimes, okay, I'll do Dallas, for example. Dallas starting out, this number started out at like 3.5 for real. I guess it reopened at 4.5, but it got shot all the way up to 6. Now, I think Dallas is going to win the game, but I got to be mindful of the fact that this line was at 4 or was at 3.5, and then it now is all the way up to 6. So now you're saying that we can beat these motherfuckers by more than a touchdown, basically by a touchdown. I don't know. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things where, look at this, 81% of the bet. Nah, this is what I call it. This is a trap. This is a trap spot. 81%. I mean, we might still be able to smash them out because it's like New York or whatever, the offensive line. But at the same time, you got to really, really analyze the two teams that are playing like that matchup. And you got to take this into account. Like, why is this getting smacked all the way up to 6? I don't know. So my first jump that I like, we're going with Cleveland plus 12. I know it sounds crazy, but just trust me.
Wait. So you got Cleveland plus 12. I was side on your pick because I thought you were going to take Baltimore, but I mean, that's cool. So that probably would have been one of my picks if Baltimore won, but an angry Baltimore be blowing people out.
I don't think they're angry.
Why not?
Think they're angry. Hold on. Hey, Mom, I'm gonna call you back in like 30 minutes. All right, bye. But yeah,
why not?
But yeah, I don't think they're angry. It's like, bro, all right, we lost the game. Like, we're still Baltimore. We focused on what we gotta do, and we gotta execute. We gotta win. So, like, I don't think they're thinking about smashing this team out. It's like, yo, we gotta play Cleveland. Myles Garrett is coming through. We gotta lock in, and we gotta get us a dub. You know what I mean? And it could be a tough game. They could win. I'm not saying they're not going to win, but I just don't think there's going to be some crazy smash spot.
Fair. So that's your like.
Yeah, so that's my like right there. And then the joint I love right here is I love Seattle. You got it. This right here is totally off of the is totally off of one, Pittsburgh, super popular team. Two, Aaron Rodgers, super popular football player, like celebrity football player. Three, they won an exciting football game. So when that happens, combined with the fact that nobody watched Seattle play football, you get you a nice little number. This started at 1.5, and I think that would have been a fair number. Honestly, I think Seattle's going to win outright. But if you're telling me now I can get plus 3.5, that means that even if they win by a field goal, I still win my bet. I'm definitely taking this, and this one right here is all. This is the Joes right here. Remember you talking about sharp bettors and like pros versus Joes. This is 100% a Joe bet, and I could lose. Like the public wins a lot. The public wins, but sometimes, a lot of times, public be losing. And this is 100% a public bet right here. For it to get bet up like this, I'm all the way in on Seattle's defense. They was flying around, linebackers going crazy. Even me and you agreed, and you even like Aaron Rodgers. You were like, yo, they kind of should have lost. Like they should have lost that game if it wasn't for a fumble on the kickoff return. By the way, that player got cut. They cut his ass.
Yeah. Aaron Glenn is running a tight ship over there. I fuck with it. That's what they need.
But when you're a losing culture like the Jets, that's how you got to do shit.
And you got to remember, a lot of people don't realize this. Aaron Glenn is a former Jet, which is why I feel like he's going to be the coach for at least the next decade.
But so
shout out to him.
Shout out to him for that. But it don't matter where that motherfucker was coaching. That's how he coming. Like he just like, yo, y'all suck. Like y'all been ass. Like y'all been ass. So if we not about to do this ass shit, that's why I respect what he was talking about. Aaron Rodgers, like, yo, gang, like, look, I don't know if you want to be here with me as the head coach because that all the foo-foo shit you be on, that's not going no more. We don't win enough for that. You know what I mean? You wasn't even popping off like that when you was in Green Bay. You started acting up when you came over here and realized that the substitute teacher don't run the class no more. You do. You know what I'm saying? And and that's the conversation, because that was the conversation that was had with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was like, all right, bet I'm going. And that was, I think that was respectful. So yeah, I really right here, I think this is a sneaky underdog play, but for the number, I love Seattle coming in with that defense, playing against Pittsburgh. Sam Darnold is going to be, I think it's going to be a little bit easier running the football. I mean, Breece Hall was having his way. Garrett Wilson was having his way. So Olave is probably going to have his way. And either Zach Charbonnet or Kenneth Walker probably going to have his way.
JSN's going to have his way. You said Olave.
Oh, yeah. JSN's going to have his way. You know what I mean? The Cooper Kupp thing, I'm going to let the Cooper Kupp guys do the Cooper Kupp shit, but
you didn't draft no Cooper Kupp?
Hell no. Yeah, but once this football shit got an expiration date for me. And when your team that really likes you a lot, like, bro, they really like Cooper Kupp. They really,
bro, they had his bags packed. They couldn't wait to get.
They couldn't even get off the pack. They couldn't even get off the pack.
That's why I was like, people are drafting Cooper Kupp, and I'm like, did y'all not see they were trying to get rid of him as soon as their season was over, like immediately? Like, I'm good off that, especially. But honestly, bro, the Steelers are almost on my list of teams to cover this. I like the Steelers. I think that Seattle O-line's gonna fuck over Sam Darnold.
You are basically like you're like you have a public mindset. So a lot of people are thinking like,
I have a Dom mindset. If the public happens to roll with Dom, hey, that's what it is. I'm not even looking at no public shit. I'm going based on.
I'm saying that that's what they're thinking. What you're saying is what they're thinking. They like what were the three things I named about this team? The Pittsburgh Steelers. One, very, very popular football team. one, superstar quarterback. Two,
That's not my reasoning,
a
though.
crazy ass football game.
That's not my reasoning, though.
Okay.
My reasoning is I think Seattle's roster is overrated. I think their defense is definitely properly rated. Shout out to Devon Witherspoon
What would be overrated? Because all you need is Kenneth Walker to go off or
that
Shaq
off
Charbonnet.
the offensive line and Sam Darnold with that offensive line.
If Sam Darnold can get the ball to JSN still gonna find a way to get. You have him right.
I think the Steelers. Listen, I think the Steelers defense isn't just going to be having that showing. I think last game was an anomaly. You don't want to overreact to that and be like,
they switch cheese.
I mean, that's a big part of your pick.
Yeah, so, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like we'll out the slot, they switch cheese. So that's what I'm saying. Like Garrett Wilson was balling. What does JSN and Garrett Wilson do? They work out the slot. You know what I mean? Like, so that's not going to stop being a problem for them. If it was like JSN on the outside dealing with Jalen Ramsey, which I think he could probably cook him too, honestly, it's like, all right, I understand. With one thing I do know about Darnold, he ain't the reason that I'm picking this team. The reason I'm picking this team is because I know he can get the ball to JSN. You know what I mean? And then it's like, when I think about when I see Bruce Hall balling, it's like, okay, I think Zach Charbonnet and or Kenneth Walker can do that with the running scheme that they have over there in Seattle. So it's like, that's my reason for them winning. Their quarterback just got to call the play that the offensive coordinator is giving to you. You know what I'm saying? And not have somebody fumble the ball off somebody's ass. Like, and I think this is going to be an outright underdog winner. Like, I got this being an outright underdog winner. And I like the fact that, again, like, I love when the public is majority on the other side of what I'm thinking. Because I'm like, all right, bet. I see the angle here. So, like, for that one, I really do. What's that? Yeah, that's my love. And then my lock, where we at? Oh, we back up. My lock of the week, just because they're still young, I'm going to go here with Los Angeles. I don't like the way that Matthew Stafford played, but at the same time, Tennessee is such a bad team right now. Like, we know Cam Ward is good, and I think that Calvin Ridley is going to have a better showing. But I think this is just one of those games where Los Angeles gets up by 10 points, even if it is literally like 17-7. And I think that like that 7 points that 10 points is just too much to overcome for this Tennessee football program right now. Like not even trying to catch.
Not to mention the Rams went up against the top 3 defense. I mean, that defense is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean they won. They did, like, they were potentially about to lose, and the ball got popped out. The running back fumbled, but like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. They went against a tougher defense, so the offense could put on a better showing. But again, all I'm asking you to do is get to 17 points, and I don't got this team getting to 12 points.
Because that Rams D line is something serious. Shout out to Jared Verse and shout out to Brandon Fisk and shout out. I always forget the other guy's name. But the thing about that D line, they are good. The only problem with them is they're light in the ass. But again, Tennessee it's not like they can exploit that. It's not like they got the offensive lineman to maul Los Angeles. And I think the second that, again, it's the same thing where if you can't run the football on me and I know you got to throw, it's ball game. And with Tennessee, I think they're going to quickly be in a game script where they're not able to run the football anymore. And they're going to be having to force to throw. And that's where Los Angeles is going to pin their ears back, rush Cam Ward. Even if Cam Ward does something spectacular, gets the throw off, his wide receivers are probably going to fail him. And it's just going to be a little bit too much. So, yeah, I don't think this is going to be too high scoring of a football game. But I do have Los Angeles covering this one. And I would consider the under for this. Also, I already bet the under for, where were we at? What game was that? Oh, yeah, I already bet this under too, 42.5. I already smacked that shit. 42.5. Yeah, I don't want to touch that over under. I'm scarred from that Steelers Jets. Like, the fundamentals tell you the under in that Colts Broncos, but it's just like In the early weeks, it's you sometimes just got to go with your gut.
Right, but I mean, well, yeah, some people that they gotta go with their gut. But and another thing, like you say you're scarred because of the Jets Steelers game, but it's like, bro, the irony in that was one of literally the only game that hit the over. You know what I'm saying? All the other games hit the under. Cleveland and Cincinnati, high-powered offense hit the under. Freaking Carolina versus Jacksonville. You would think two horrible defenses that just got ran on all last year. They're literally 31 and 32 in rushing defenses. That don't hit the under. Like everybody else hit the under. So it's just one of those things where I think there's going to be a progression to the more overs this week. But again, like similar to what you said, Indianapolis, they're not that team that we saw. And what are they going to try to do? They're going to try to keep the clock running. They're going to be running the football. They're going to use Daniel Jones's legs. They're going to be using Jonathan Taylor, their best asset, and they're going to be, potentially taking some shots to Michael Pittman. But newsflash, he has the best cornerback in the game guarding him, so we're probably not going to be able to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like they're going to keep the clock going. Denver, their game script is going to be similar, especially if they are up. They could, once they get up, even just a touchdown, the way their team is built, that they can go ahead, and they're not really a high-powered offense like that to where it's just going to be like a long bomb out of nowhere for a touchdown. It's going to be a methodical drive, which means it's not going to be that many points scored, in my opinion. That's my analysis on it. You could see it another way, but those were just the numbers I crunched on that number.
Yeah, I feel that, but we have different philosophies.
Right.
I believe in the football gods. You know what I mean, bro? I'm superstitious, man. I'm superstitious. So
which is funny to me because you are superstitious, but then you talk shit early. And it's like some people like, I'm superstitious, but when my football team plays, I don't talk shit. I will not talk. We could be up 21 points. Bro, I've seen too much bullshit happen in my life to think that me being up 21 points means that the football game is won.
Well, I don't know. That's why this shit is interesting. That's why I think we're a good pairing, because you would think you would be more conservative in fantasy football, and I'm the more conservative on fantasy football. You're more boom or bust with fantasy.
What again? You sending me tweets about Christian McCaffrey? Bro, I told you he's injured. I'm like, bro, I got this. I'll be all right. And you saw what Christian C-Mac did. He the only healthy motherfucker. He the healthiest motherfucker on that damn team.
Okay, but I also told you what Daniel Jones was going to do with those weapons in that.
No, but what I'm telling you is you're trying to tell me about a player on my squad because you got an alert that was wrong. And it's like, bro, I'm good over here, bro. I'm good. And I showed you I had Brian Robinson on the bench. It's like if I do stuff, I'm doing it with worst case scenario and like, okay, this is fantasy football.
All right, but don't act like that shit always works out for you, because I remember when you were high on Anthony Richardson. I'm like, bro, why are you drafting this? It
doesn't always work out, and that's what I'm saying. I'm never even trying to hit 100%, bro. I'm just trying to have a process. So, okay, if it doesn't work, how do I adjust? That's what I'm saying. Bro, it's never about trying to be right or wrong. I just analyze, break down, and then I come to my conclusion. My conclusion can very well be wrong. Just like I'm trying to go 3-0, just like last week I went 2-1. I can easily go 0-2, 0-3. Like,
all right, but you're using a McCaffrey example. Let's just see if
no. You hit me with that. You texted my phone about him, and I'm like, bro, it's going to be straight. And he balled out. Like
You said it's going to be straight because you have Brian Robinson on your bench.
No. I'm saying it's going to be straight because I think he's going to play, and if he doesn't, I'll adjust. He played well. Would you agree?
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I'm proud of that. Like, not even I'm proud of that pick, but it's like, yeah, like I knew if he's on the field, he going to eat. If he's not on the field, damn, I'm going to have to deal with it. But like literally no cap. And I told you, I had 88 points, bro, and I won because the other dude had 83. But the reason I essentially won was because Christian McCaffrey. Like, think about it. If I had 88 points, Christian McCaffrey probably had damn near 35% of my points.
How'd your boy Jalen Waddle do?
Jalen Waddle, he had 7. But I mean, he got hurt. But he's on my bench.
Oh, I'm just saying. But you probably drafted him in the 5th?
No, he fell. He fell. Actually, in that league, I don't even have him. But in the league that I got him, yeah, he fell. So I got him in like the seventh or the eighth. Because you got to
That's where
remember,
he belongs.
you got to remember when the Ibukas are like again, bro. My whole thing is when other people zig, I got to zag. So when the Ibukas of the world get pushed up, what does that do? It makes players get pushed down. Like by the end of this whole thing, bro, I was good with taking DK Metcalf. I'm like, bro, this dude keeps on falling. Like, all right, if y'all don't want DK Metcalf, I'll take him. Like, it's just one of those things.
DK unfortunately didn't fall in any of my drafts. He didn't fall in the draft that we're both in. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So yeah, I mean, in terms of your picks, I do like that Browns pick. Don't like the Steelers, Seahawks one. What's your last one?
Seahawks, and then it's just these boys that went out right. Where they at? Los Angeles.
Oh, the number is funny. I want to see where that number lands at before I bet it because I like the Rams, but at the same time, yeah, I feel like that's a game that people might overthink, and I think the Rams.
I mean, really, where it's at is like the number doesn't matter, like because it's over. You know what I'm saying? Once it gets over, so you have to score more than a field goal. You know what I mean? Like once it gets past
there still be some bizarre scores. So I mean, to me, every little number matters. You know what I mean? Just in case, could get kind of wishy washy.
Right, but again, like I said, this is one of those scenarios where I just don't got Tennessee able to even score enough points in the game. I don't think it's going to be a crazy blowout. I just think that once Los Angeles gets to 17 points or even 20 points, that's too much for them to overcome.
Now, this is an under I like way more than that Broncos Colts because I think that game could get like kind of messy out of nowhere. Another thing about these overs, and like you said, there might be some regression because there's so many unders in week one. This kickoff rule favors the over because teams getting better field position. We might get some more kick return touchdowns in general. That's a free 7 right there. So.
Right. And they'll but you got to remember, the Vegas will adjust. They will adjust. So that kickoff rule, because there was something someone was saying when he does his research now, he always does his research from 2015 to now. He doesn't do it past 2015 because that's when the new kickoff field goal rules kicked in, where I guess they moved it further back. And it's like, oh, that's true. That's an important point. And so it's like it is, yeah. So there'll be a time where Vegas will adjust to everything, but yeah, for sure. Right now, we had a lot of unders. It looked like the defenses were ahead of all the offenses around the league. Might be the week that the offenses get back on track. I mean, like, was it? I think I saw something where it said Brian Robinson, Jamar Chase, Nico Collins,
George Pickens,
AJ Brown, and George Pickens had
Devontae Smith.
Yeah, they had like a combined 103 yards. They combined for 103 yards. And it's like those cats, some of those cats average 103 yards.
And that's what I'm saying. In terms of player props, and this Sunday, we're actually going to be on it. We're going to be live right before those games start. I'm telling you, we're going to compare some of those lines. Like, for example, a Jamar Chase, a Brian Thomas. These are the games where you want to take them to bounce back. Because you got to think about, what do you think if you were betting before the season a future on somebody's player props? What is it going to be? Okay, this guy had 13 yards. So you think he's going to have 20 yards this week? Probably not. He's going to get loose. For example, Nico Collins. I don't think you mentioned him just now.
Yeah,
but shit. Oh, you did? Yeah. He might get. Oh yeah, you did. He might get loose this week. So, but yeah. Tomorrow's Thursday Night Football, so we're going to do a preview for that. Start, sits, player props, who we think is going to win, the over, under, all that. Yeah, that joint popped up. I'm assuming the public is on the Packers.
Yeah, which is actually pretty surprising to me. I'm surprised that the public's on the Packers.
Why?
But I mean, I guess not. They did just kind of like they were pretty dominant against. They were pretty dominant against the Detroit
Lions.
So I mean, yeah, I guess it's the same. I guess it's the same theory of why I believe in Pittsburgh. I mean, I believe in Seattle, but again, Seattle has a good defense. I don't think Commanders are good. And the big reason, like, so for me, I'm not even gonna cap. I didn't even bet -3.5. I gotta go back to that bet. I bet I bought, let me see. I think I did Detroit. What did I do? Yeah. So no, I did Green Bay. I did Green Bay -7.5. Like I got them smacked. Like I got them beating them by more than a touchdown.
Who, the Commanders?
Yeah, I got Green Bay winning by more than a touchdown. I did an alternate spread of 7.5. That was at +86. I think it was at 213 when I did it, but it's at +86 right now. 7.5 -7.5. Alternate spread.
I think this is an important game for me to watch because it's going to tell me a lot just about what happened with my Giants last week to see if the moves they made. Because, all right, so I'm looking at last year, right? First game. Is this the first game? No, first game. Devin Singletary, 16 carries, 95 yards, averaging 6 yards a carry. The second game, Tyrone Tracy is when he emerged, 16 carries to 66, 4 yards a carry. Devin Singletary 7 for 33, 4 yards a carry, nearly 5 yards a carry. So we go from that.
I'm about to pull it up. I'm about to pull it up for you real quick.
So we go from that to maybe they have a good.
They don't have it. So I don't. All right. So go ahead. My bad. Keep on finishing.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe the additions they made on that D line, maybe they're a good run defense, or maybe that's a testament to how trash this Giants offense, the offensive line, and the running game is. Josh Jacobs is the perfect person, and this Packers team is the perfect person to try to collect some more data on these teams and some of those changes to these rosters.
Here's two things that are important about this game that the Packers have, and why I'm like, oh yeah, they're gonna smack them. Because one, the defensive coordinator when the Dallas Cowboys got smacked in that playoff game was Dan Quinn. He got smacked in the playoff game. It was Dan Quinn, right? Aaron Jones ran all over our asses. Okay, ran all over us. Tight end so wide open that you got to find the closest Cowboy using the sky cam. Okay, like this is a Matt LaFleur versus Dan Quinn thing. Dan Quinn, I don't know if you remember, but Kyle Shanahan, his offense, Matt LaFleur, Kyle Shanahan, they was all rocking with Dan Quinn when he was in Atlanta. We can't beat that. Like Dan Quinn struggles with a certain offense now. Also, again, going back to the running game, if you want to even remember last year in the playoffs when the Commanders did lose, they lost because they got smacked and the running backs were running crazy on their ass. Like that's just what I know. So I can probably tell you that it isn't their defensive line, because their defensive line isn't built to stop the run. Their defensive line is built to rush the passer, to generate pressure and force turnovers and do all of that stuff, which is why they had Dorrance Armstrong had like 9 pressures. Respectfully, he ain't that good. But y'all got what's his name, Alec Emanor out there or whatever.
Jermaine, no, he's actually one of our better linemen. Our problem is our center, John Michael Smith.
He get bullied by Mozzie Smith. Like that center gets bullied by Mozzie Smith. Mozzie Smith was inactive last week.
Probably.
So it's like that. All I think that was me personally when I saw was your offensive line wasn't just wasn't getting no push. Like your offensive line just wasn't good enough, which is why the running situation for y'all really wasn't there, which I think also affected passing for you guys too. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. Our offensive line hasn't changed much. This is like pretty much the same. Besides Andrew Thomas, that, and the
So
person we got to replace him was like the worst lineman for us in that game. My thing is our offensive line didn't really change. Their defensive line changed. And like I said,
you think the
during the
offensive line is
hold
good?
on. During the broadcast, they said something interesting, which was combined, their D line weighs like a ton or a half a ton or whatever. They weigh like a ton.
Well, I mean, I know Deron Payne big asses over there. I'm sure he's like 334 pounds. But I think, again, I mean, he was there last year, and they let go of Jonathan Allen, right? Jonathan Allen's on the Vikings.
Oh, no. Yeah, he on the Vikings.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, unless they did get a D tackle, that's nice. I know they drafted one in last year's draft in the second round. So last year he was unhealthy. So maybe he's back and he's healthy. But I think this is a situation where just the running scheme in general is going to carve their asses up. Like, it's just going to carve them up. And then when you got Micah, like, again, I told you the thing I love about Micah was his closing speed. When you're playing at Jaden Daniels, like Jaden Daniels, his worst game was when he played was literally when he played the Cowboys. So those are his two worst games.
That's another reason why I love the Packers here, because the viral clip from that game is Micah chasing down Jared Goff the way he did. And that's the way you used to talk about Micah when he was on the Cowboys. Yeah. It's like literally, it's like this real apex predator chase down type.
It's called, it's literally, it's speed to power back to speed. And it's just like, what the fuck?
And then on the other side of that D line, you have Rashawn Gary, very underrated pass rusher in his own right. So,
bro, and Edger Cooper, like that's like Edger, like this team, like the Packers, it's funny because right now the way the Packers built is kind of how the Commanders want to be built. They want to be built. They want their defense to be like that. Like, all right, Jaden Daniels. We want Jaden to get us up, get us that 21 points. And then at that point, all right, we got us a nice little double-digit lead. Are we up a touchdown? We know they got to throw. Now we can rush the passer. Well, with the Packers, we kind of saw it. It was like, all right, they weren't really the sharpest team. It wasn't really like all put together on offense, but they got a little bit of shit going in the second half. And the game was just, they were in control of the game on defense to the point where it was like, oh, but we're good. They can't get shit off. Like, they can't run the ball. Jahmyr Gibbs couldn't run the ball, and David Montgomery couldn't run the ball. So at that point, it's over with. It's curtains for that team. Like, because even last year when they were killing people, if you could do that, you could beat them. You know what I mean? So it's like for them to stop David Montgomery and also Jahmyr Gibbs, then it's like you just got sitting as Jared Goff. He food, and that's what he was. He was food. Now, Jaden Daniels ain't going to just sit back there, but at the same time, I think they got enough pass rushers for him to be running for his life.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I'm betting a lot of player props for that Lions backfield this upcoming week, because I mean that shit was madness. I think Jahmyr Gibbs once again 10 catches for like 30 yards, both him and Montgomery averaging about 2 yards a carry. And then on top of that, I think David Montgomery got more carries potentially. So, I mean, hey, this Packers team, before they got Micah, I had them winning the division already. Now I have them. They might be coming out the NFC the way they're looking. And I think this is just another team on the chopping block for them to get at. But in terms of these player props, what are you feeling? I mean, Matthew Golden, he didn't really go crazy. I feel like this might be a Matthew Golden game.
Nah, he's splitting. I got to see him out there more. He's splitting reps right now. So that's like kind of why I'm like, anybody that it's one thing for you to have a goose egg, or like not play well, but you got to at least be out there running routes. And I think it's just that he's a rookie, and you know how it goes with rookie receivers. Like it might take him a little bit, and he earns a little bit more of that snap count. Right. It's gonna take. I mean, again, he's not. You don't wait. Right. Like people drafted him. I know they might be upset, but you shouldn't have drafted him if you thought he was going to be putting on for you. in the first month of the season.
You
Or
shouldn't
in
even have been
October.
started. If you had to start Golden, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie, because
But
Ibuka as a rookie, that's a good start. To me, Tet was a good start. I have Golden in like 2 leagues. He was on the bench.
yeah,
So
but yeah. So all right, the Jones I like a lot. I like Zach Ertz anytime touchdown. It's random as hell, but he did it last week too. Like he don't do much, but he do get in the end zone. And look, it hit in 6 of the last 10 games. Like
he's just that he's a vet, so he knows how to get open in that end zone.
So that's one I like a lot. Another one I like a lot, Austin Eckler again. I think that Washington is going to be losing. I think they're going to be losing by a lot of points. I'm laddering this up. I'm laddering his receptions up because he's going to be the passing down back, and you know what I mean, in a game where they are going to be, throwing the ball a lot. I think he's going to get a lot of checkdowns. He already covered his prop. He's covered this in 6 to 10 games. I'm laddering this. I'm doing this right here. I'm going probably all the way up to probably like six receptions in this game. So those are the 2 player props that I really, really like. I got a funny ass story though about my fucking fantasy league. So I got auto drafted Jaden Daniels, right? And I'm like, yo, I don't want him. Like, yo, let's trade. So my man's he has Lamar. He was going to trade me Jaden Daniels for Lamar, but he's trying to hold me. He's trying to get like Chase Brown back in the trade for J.K. Dobbins. He's trying to get Trey McBride. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm not giving up nothing crazy. Like, Lamar and Jaden Daniels are going to have equal seasons. Like, they're both going to have good seasons.
Yeah,
I was like, I'll throw you Tootin because I made the mistake of letting auto draft pick from me. But like, I'm not giving you a core hog on my team for like this quarterback that's equal. So one of the dudes who's ironically is Eric E. He's a motherfucking Redskin fan. He's like, yo, nobody trade with Austin and make him have to cheer for Jaden Daniels this entire season. And nobody, like, they literally are about to make me keep this motherfucker, bro. They won't trade me. I have Dak on the bench. Like I want,
so you're like me where you don't like having rivals on the squad.
And I mean, it would be one thing if like I would probably have AJ Brown if I was in a bind or something. Like I could have like a wide receiver or some shit, like a running back. But bro, to have the quarterback I think that is so egregious to have the quarterback be on your fantasy team if you're of the rival team. Like I can't wire my brain to every single time Jaden Daniels gets thrown around like a rag doll, I gotta be like, fuck, damn. Like,
that's like part of the reason why I'm like that in the first place. Like,
yeah, it's like, bro, I'm not even built that way, and they really will not let me get off the Daniel Jones back, like Jaden Daniels pack. Like they will not let me get the pack off, and I'm like, bro, like just swap me out, dog. Like why are we doing this? And he's like, nah, and everybody's going for like nobody, and I know because Brock Purdy just got injured. So I know somebody want to call a motherfucker up and let's make some dealings here, but they just not going to do it because they think it's funny that I got Jaden Daniels on my damn football team as a diehard.
That's some home league shit for you. No logic, just hate and vibes. Hating vibes. Yeah. No, I like that Austin Eckler play a lot though. How do you feel about our boy Bill? Our boy Bill, it's about around 38.5.
I mean, if you want to take it again, you can. Like, there's rumbling saying that he is eventually going to end up being the bell cow running back over there. My only thing for me is, again, I think the game script isn't going to be calling for a lot of running. Like, I think this is going to get out of hand quick. So,
really?
I again, it's only 30, but he is splitting the backfield with somebody. Damn, they don't even got his props up, I don't think, yet.
There he goes. I mean, that's any time. There you go. Rushing attempt. There we go. 37.5.
37. Like, in his one game sample, he did get there. So we gotta, again, I'm not trying to shit on your squad or whatever, but like they were in a situation where they up 14 points, so they're trying to run the clock out. This is a different situation. Like I think that's when you want to hit his overs.
Well, how do you feel Cliff Kingsbury is going to move in a situation where they might be down? Are they going to panic, even if they're because some
No,
teams they tend to panic.
I think it's just going to be Austin Eckler. Like I think in a script like that one, it's like, all right, run heavy, let's run the ball and let's get out of there. I think even in a split backfield, like I don't know if he's ripping off. I mean, they just played David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, and like none of them cats ripped anything off. So if they're in control, he'll smash this. Like if the Washington command, like if I got the game script wrong, he's hitting this. He'll hit it. He'll hit it like he did this week. But if the game script's going to go the way that I'm going, I wouldn't really fuck with him. I'd fuck with Eckler. I think the value's on Eckler personally. But again, if you have a different game script in your mind, they're projecting them at 43. So you know what I'm saying?
I have a different game script. I don't think it gets out of hand early. I feel like it gets out of hand a little bit later, and then Washington has to pass a little bit later in the game. I think it's close early, and then the Packers, they just start, putting up some points and getting some good stops. That's the way I vision it, which is why I'm also taking Debo here with his receptions. I think, he's not looking like Eddie Lacy. He's not looking washed at all. He's, this is his revenge tour. They didn't believe in him over there in San Fran. I like his receptions, 4.5. They're going to manufacture some touches for him if they can't get Terry going. And if what happens is what you say, even better. I think Debo gets involved early. Besides that, if it is what I think it is, my game script, and it's close early, then, the Packers are going to mix up the run and the pass with the play action. And I do think Matthew Golden, this might be a coming out game for him. I think he's going to come out eventually. But, I mean, in terms of that secondary, who they got, I think they had an injury with Mike Sandersill. I don't know if he's going to be back. They have a rookie there, Trey Amos. You know how it goes with rookie corners. So, and then I also like Tucker Kraft because I think he only got 2 catches. Then this is a game where Tucker Kraft could get busy a bit.
This is my
Who?
Huh.
Who is this?
Matthew
Golden.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, eventually, right? Because I mean, even last Monday night, you convinced me to go the Loveland way. Loveland didn't show out, but he is also splitting not carries. He's splitting snaps, passing down snaps with Cole Kmet. So there's a lot of opportunities for Cole Kmet. In this situation, I'm not really worried about Luke Musgrave.
Yeah, but see what I noticed, and I don't know if you got that, bro. Ben Johnson didn't show no swag. Like he didn't show none of them plays that he was running over there in Detroit. He didn't give us none of that.
So do you think that's a knock on Caleb? That he didn't open up the offense for him?
It was something. It was interesting. It was for both ends. Like I was surprised that Detroit struggled as much as they did trying to get a feel for their new offensive coordinator. And I was also surprised that Ben Johnson, his first day on the job, gave us no razzle dazzle. Like I was really surprised. We didn't talk about that, but like that was the most surprising thing out of that whole situation.
Damn, we probably should have opened up with that low key. We'll do that in the future. Wednesday we'll open up with I fucking forgot. We'll open up the Monday because that was a good Monday game to break down. But
I mean, we talked about JJ because obviously they won the game, so we talked about that. But no, like it was surprising to me because remember I told you the reason I thought he could get to 25 yards was because I was like, yo, like he handpicked this first round pick. Like he's going to show us why he drafted this cat. And he was just running out routes. I was like, why is he just running these out routes?
And the reason why I didn't want to bet him, you convinced me, and I'm not mad at it because I like the logic. At the end of the day, if I like the logic, then I'm not mad about losing the bet. But I was telling people like Eddie, for example, like, look, bro, he still has to split. Like Cole Kmet is still a little bit too talented for Colson Loveland to just get all the burn here But
And
that kind of goes back to like my Tucker Craft pick
yeah,
for
but
this game.
okay, yeah, because I was like, even Cole Kmet, it was like, bro, y'all not doing nothing to get like, I don't know. I felt like there was more play action, like more like misdirection, kind of like wide open guys with Ben Johnson's offense, and that joint just looked like he was the head coach and he didn't want to fuck it up. Like
I
to
mean,
me,
hey,
he was
now,
calling the
well,
plays.
this week he has his former Lions, and here's the problem with the Lions, which is why I recommend y'all don't touch that game, is because with the Lions, they pretty much did an internal hire and promoted the guy. Like it's like Ben Johnson's probably coming in there like, bro, I taught you everything you know, little bro. I taught you everything you know.
Well, but they gotta call it, and that's a big thing. Like that people don't like, these are people. Like a lot of people don't understand that the motherfuckers playing football are real people, and it's like you don't have that pressure when you the offensive coordinator and no one really even knows what you look like. Yeah, okay, you might feel like you macho and you can call whatever the fuck you want, but then when it's like all eyes on you, like, all right, where the plays at, bro? I can't call no bullshit. I don't want to call no bullshit on Monday Night Football. Nah, we gonna just run straight stick to the script. I will say though, Caleb missed. He was like he wasn't seeing some reads. Like he missed some reads. Off break, one of the first plays of the game. Roman Doomsday was wide open. Would have been wide open for a touchdown, and he just took the check down. But it was just like he didn't see it.
I don't know, because in terms of Caleb's tape from college, like some of the shit that we're seeing in the league, I mean, it's overreaction to week one. A lot of people are off on Caleb. I still believe in the case. He's super talented. Hopefully Ben Johnson's able to rein it in. But just some of the decision making, the inaccurate throws, still holding on to the ball for too long. I don't know. But then again, he was going up against a Brian Flores defense. And it feels like that Brian Flores defense was able to adjust mid-game, because if you remember, Caleb started 10 for 10. And I think he ended up like 15 for 32.
No, yeah, they started blitzing him. But yeah, let's. So, is there any more props you want to check out, or you want to close on what we think?
I mean, yeah, I like Tucker Craft. I'll probably take like his. I'm still up between. Take Tucker Craft here. He only had 2 catches. He had a touchdown. I have him in fantasy, so I'm paying a lot of attention to him. But Craft, Golden, I like in this game. I like your Eckler pick too. I mean, that's what he's useful for. He's a PPR demon, and if the Commanders get down, he's going to need to be that safety valve for him. And I also like Debo's receptions. But besides that, it's like, it's status quo with this Packers wide receiver room. You just don't really know, so I don't want to touch it too much besides the new kid. Once again, this was the first year since 2002 since they drafted a wide receiver in the first round. I think Matthew Golden is super talented. He's going to unleash eventually, and why not here? Why not here with the Commanders? So I'm going to take that as well. And I think that's it. I kind of just want to enjoy this game, really. Yeah. I'm going to take a couple picks, probably like 2 from each side. And then I might even a Micah sack. Micah Parsons to get a sack, because he's at least a little bit used to Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, that's just, I mean, yeah. Yeah, like, bro, I'm not even lying. Micah was the reason that Jaden Daniels had to leave the last game of the season. Like they took him out the game. They were like, all right, we gotta take this motherfucker out. He had 2.5 sacks in like the first 3, 4, or 5 plays of the game. Like it's different. It's different with like a pass rush on Jaden Daniels. That's why I'm interested to see how this shit goes, because I didn't think that they looked too hot. And like,
I mean, if my Giants had better quarterback play, we could have easily won that game. We had plenty of opportunities to win that game.
Or if they had better O-line play. You know what I mean? Like,
once again, bro, I think you put Jackson Dart even behind that O-line, he's able to make some plays. Looking at the all-22, Russell Wilson, I'm good off him, bro. It's just he doesn't make shit better. He's not somebody. He needs a good O-line. He's not going to make a bad O-line any better.
Russell Wilson has never made a bad team better. He's never every team that he's been on respect, and that's not like
why do you think I didn't want him on my team?
Well, I mean,
I saw Jameis. Cool.
Follow the money. Always follow the money. He only got $5 million. You always follow the money. That's what I'm saying. If you pay $5 million for a quarterback, you got to expect $5 million play. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to expect $5 million play, gang. Like, you can't expect great.
What about Kirk Cousins last year? I think he got like 180.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, and he came in there to play. He thought he was gonna be a starter, and they drafted him. They paid him to be a good quarterback. And he had games where he had 500 yards or 350 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, maybe like week 2, but it was curtains from then.
Right, but it's about to be week 2 for you.
Yeah. I'm expecting Jaden Daniels by. Honestly, I'm a rate Brian Daboll heavy if he does what I think he's doing. Russell Wilson's a starter. Last minute, now Jackson Dart's the starter. That's what we need. We need a surge against. Hey, or he shits the bed early, and he's just doing nut shit, and then we throw Jackson Dart in there this second quarter or the second half.
Yeah, bring him in. I mean, and what I tell you all the time. Everybody's favorite player is the backup quarterback. Everybody's favorite player is the backup quarterback. So
all I know is I was looking at Jackson Dart and JJ McCarthy, and Jackson Dart has way more reps, way more attempts, way more passing yards, and a pass-happy offense with Lane Kiffin back at Ole Miss compared to Jim Harbaugh back at Michigan. They're both 22. Fucking Tommy DeVito came in as a rookie, undrafted free agent, won a couple games. Start Jackson Dart. He won a couple games. Start Jackson Dart. That nigga's a Patriot now. I don't give a fuck about him.
I'm just saying, okay. I mean, I guess it's gonna be all pillows and roses then once Jackson Dart gets in. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. You shouldn't be if he comes in against y'all.
No, I'm pretty confident that we'll be fine. I think we'll be all right.
The O-line was looking cool last week for y'all, but this D-line, our D-line's the only reason why we even had a chance to win that game, which I knew we weren't going to win that game, but they kept us in the game.
Well, it's funny. One of our, because I watched cowboy podcasters and stuff like that, and one of the guys that I watched, he was like, it's going to be funny, like having the D-line that good and everything else around them just being trash. Like, how does that not start fights? Like, how does that not start fights? Like, bro, what are y'all doing?
With the Giants?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why we have to and here's the thing, you can't fool the locker room. So if they're in there, and Brian Daboll said today that he's going to be getting more.
I think you listen to what I said. I didn't say it doesn't start fights about this quarterback thing. Everybody else is bad, bro. Like the cornerbacks, you think the cornerbacks did good? Like you think your team
Paulson and Debo did I. Drew Phillips did I. Then our starting linebacker, Micah McFadden, he went out earlier. Bobby Okereke, he's kind of been taking steps down. He's regressing. So I mean, yeah, but like in terms of the corner play, like Javon Holland didn't play that great, but a lot of it is our defensive coordinator as well.
That was a big money free agent.
Who, Javon Holland?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was our splash play. But
and you said he didn't play well, or he just he
let up some plays. You know what I mean? But it's just going to be interesting to see what we do to replace Micah McFadden, because Bobby Okereke just wasn't looking good in a lot of situations when I was watching over the game. He definitely regressed since the past couple of years, but whatever. At the end of the day, D-line, Kayvon's fighting for his job. Abdul Carter's a rookie. Brian Burns, your team captain. That's your team captain. Y'all keep it even keel and just wait until – because here's my thing. The D-line is going to look amazing if we could play games and get a lead. What the fuck is the point of having a D-line? What is the point of having an elite D-line if they're always on the field. They're not going to look to their potential if they're always
and they're
on
gonna
the
get
field.
ran though. Like they're gonna get like, you know what I mean? Like the whole point of
Right.
the
You don't get to you don't get to activate the pass rush.
Yeah, so it's
Because
like
we're losing and they're running the ball on us.
Yeah. So, it'll be interesting to see how it works. Again, like I got Green Bay definitely covering the 3 or the 3.5. And yeah, Austin Eckler, ladder his receptions.
Yeah, I like Austin Eckler as well. I do like the Packers in this game, but I'm interested to see. I mean, I noticed you didn't have a Josh Jacobs prop.
Oh, I did.
I don't remember. What was it?
Yeah, I just got Josh Jacobs to run, like, go crazy. Like, I think Josh Jacobs.
Oh, so you think?
Yeah, like the reason that they get blown out, like, okay, like the thing with how they, like, the reasons they get blown out. That's what I was saying. Aaron Jones went crazy, had 2 touchdowns, 100 something yards. They got blown out in the playoff game. Matt LaFleur versus Dan Quinn. Last year's playoff game, they played Saquon Barkley. They got the running back went crazy. They got blown out. I think tomorrow is going to be the same thing. They're not going to be able to stop the run, and Josh Jacobs is going to go crazy, possibly might even go for 2 touchdowns. And, like, yeah, they're just not going to be able to stop the run, so that's why they're going to get blown out. Like,
if they can't stop the run, I'm praying for my team. That's it. Like and subscribe. Matter of fact, football, search on YouTube. Subscribe. We got 88 people in here. That's how many subscribers we have on YouTube. Should be at 100 by now. But hey, we'll be back here on Friday with our games of the week. Remember our picks though. Like, love, lock. Shit. Off the top of my shit. Remember, I like the Jags plus 3.5. That's my like. I like the Broncos minus 1.5. That's my love. And I like the Patriots. My lock of the week is the Patriots minus 1.5 against the Dolphins. To me, that's the worst team in football.
Right. And I like Cleveland at plus 12 or higher. I like Los Angeles at minus 5.5. And I like Seattle plus 3.5, but I like them as a for an underdog win though.
Hey man, them dogs, lots of value. As a matter of fact, I'm about to get some food, play some Madden, and just pray I get some good Jackson Dart starting news here soon.